Hello.
Biomutant, PS5. So if you're here to watch Biomutant gameplay without state of play that's going to have the new Horizon. Didn't even know I was so entrenched in playing that game. Great game. Next on the list for backlog is probably going to be...
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to Biomutant.
Let's look at the settings. Speech, English. I don't even know. There it is. They just speaking gibberish. I don't really care about what they're saying. I want to hear as much as talk as possible. I might change that later. that. Let's start.
Encode your DNA.
Anyway, Primal is a nimble developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid with a gene mutation making them nimble and dexterous at the cost of lesser developed intellect. Dum Dum. Dum Don is the least developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid offshoot that compensates the lack of mental prowess with physical strength. Rex is an extraordinary developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid outcast with an even DNA string, making it apt for both physical and mental challenges. I think I went that one. Hylia is a regenerative developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid with a gene mutation making them extremely tough and resilient. I like the way he looked.
Define your encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure.
Oh, they're fucking slow.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Yeah, that is just the lightning outside. If that picked up on my mic, if you caught that.
Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick your main color. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick your main color. Choose your detail. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color.
want it to have like a greenish yellow tint.
Choose your first style. Choose a genetic resilience. Define your genetic structure. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando. Deadeye. Mercenary.
Oh, this the jump. Melee dual wield skill. Equipped 2 different one-handed melee weapons to dual wield them. Fury. Melee weapons attacks inflict 10% more damage to the target. Cause I don't really want to do the whole gun shit. For real. But let me say this.
Psyfreak. Commando. Psyfreak. Commando. Psyfreak. Commando. Deadeye.
Mercenary. If I choose this dude, that just changes the whole game. I might want to change.
Choose your detail color.
I might want to go full green. Right?
Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick your main color.
Somebody want to do a little woodsy.
Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color.
Might go fucking straight black.
Pick your main color.
Fucking demon.
Choose your pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Deadeye. Mercenary. Deadeye. Commando. Deadeye. Commando. Psyfreak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Command. Deadeye. Mercenary chosen.
Let me just do the DLC.
That'll work.
Now I'm stuck with it. Move forward. Next. Look around. Next.
Here's somebody with a troubled past. drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
Okay, so circle is dodge. Roll.
Do a barrel roll.
Jump X. Triangle do nothing yet.
We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
Everybody has been going the right path. I'm gonna go to the left.
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of you.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
So glad you realize who you really are. Let's keep to the bright and better path moving on.
Nah, fam.
You can't contradict yourself like that. You made the right choice to begin with. Why would you change your mind?
Because you can't deny what's deep within your heart. Sometimes a thought is just a thought. In the end, it's the way you act that counts.
But remember, this is just the beginning of the end. Eventually, it'll be my way or the highway.
Did I not read the bottom thing? Because it seemed like I'm going towards her side. What the fuck? I thought... Them bitches. That's what I get for not reading. Okay.
Guess left can be right sometimes.
I would like more like vibration.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
So I chose the dark side, but that doesn't mean, I changed more going towards the right. Because I am more about balance.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
So at the beginning when they show him going inside the thing. Uh-oh. Hold on. Little Spanish mommy going in the rain. She thick as shit, boy.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Yeah, so at the beginning when they showed all the red eyes, I wasn't expecting these little mouse-looking things. I've seen some little previews or reviews. Yeah, there are previews of this game. Okay. Yeah, so these Jones.
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die.
Towards the enemy and target them with melee attacks. Aim the camera towards the enemy to target them with ranged. To reload your ranged weapons, press R1. Key energy is used for dodging enemies and mutations. Performing special attacks. When you're out of key energy, you'll be unable to perform these actions. Key energy mutations. Both in and out of combat.
Hack and slash. Chop it up. Neutralized.
One way to do a charge. Turn the music up on my headphones. Fairly empty. Still no instructables, really. Electric module. You'll find a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapons and give it an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. So enemies have a resistance or weakness to different weapon special effects, so use them wisely. So is it saying that these special effect weapon add-ons have limited use? Take to attach a special effect add-on, select it through the consumable quick menu to open the menu hold. I can't take it off. Okay. Onward and upward.
Don't let go.
Tell me what to do.
Pull. Pull. Go on. The oil sludges everywhere. For most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
You really are.
Cutting edge. Refreshing.
No! I use both. That's... It should be like a... It should be this... Or... I don't know. That's a
Right between the eyes. Ching! Sharp steel.
Oh, I want you to pick up something again. Fuck! I was gonna try to throw it. I was gonna try to shoot it out of his hand. Shoot it while it was in his hand.
Shot through.
Ooh, straight across the neck. So this is weird right here. Like I would like for me to like just bump into him. Like I can't just be good. If that was the case, the hit detection is kind of weird. That's all good. My game reviewer. Sorry, I'm checking my socials. Wish I could like destroy some stuff. Maybe at least that give me some sparks. Some enemies carry large shields. You'll need to break the shield with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy. No problem, bro. Let me run over there. Ooh, you got me. Defeating enemies and completing quests will give you XP. Leveling up allows you to raise one of your attributes by 10. You'll also get 1 point that you can use to unlock skills in the Wung Fu in the perks menu. To go to the menu, press options. See this fucking boy got. Oh, yo, look at that. So, well, I like it, okay.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. Well, what do you know?
But I bet you drowned in that. Yep. Let me try something real quick. Sound. I want the sound to be music a little low. I want to feel more somber. More like a soundtrack. Okay. Yeah. Rapid sleep. Oh, that's just a double jump. Which I already did. Like the sound effects for the character sound effects kind of.
The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Carving it up. Don't stop pounding that one. Person.
Ooh, thought you got one minute. Bioblobs. You absorb the bioblob. These are points used to unlock mutations. You collect bioblobs by defeating morks and finding containers in various places in the world. You can use bioblobs to unlock special powers at any time by accessing the mutation part of them. Give me my blobs, motherfucker. Was that only 2 blobs?
Wonder who put it here. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Okay, sorry. Alright. I like to hold on to my level ups, especially with something you talking about something like a mutation. I want to see the animation of that. I figure the longer I wait, the better the mutation look instead of these incremental jumps. Interact, just do this film. You found a puzzle. These are scattered around the world. Some open new paths, while others feature different rewards. Switch which node is selected. Use the left analog stick. To rotate the node, press the L1, R1. This is the number of rotations you have left. The higher your intellect, the more moves you have. Each node has a certain position in which must be rotated to complete the puzzle. Running out of moves before that may have consequences. Oh shit, what the fuck?
Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Oh, so let me tell you some bullshit, dog. So I got a 2010 Chevy Traverse, and like on Monday, I'm a sales rep. I'm outside sales rep for an undisclosed company, Fortune 500 company. But anyway, my 2010 Chevy Traverse was having little issues of just starting.
The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing.
Monday morning, like around 10
It's
o'clock,
coming from behind that door.
I had some...
A warning label.
Right?
The box looks like a potential brain melt.
And my battery was a little issue. My battery probably needed to be changed, but it was alright. But what was more concerning is like my fuel economy and stuff like that. But I never got since I got it back in 2015 when I was in a different position. I had got it, and I have never got it.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
I love puzzles. The fuck did I just do?
Just a few moves left. Make them count. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again.
My fucking dumbass. I'm stupid as shit, dog.
There you go.
And so when it finally started, I just was like, fuck it. I'm a guy of signs. So I was like, fuck that shit. I'm going home. When I started driving home, I perfectly countering an enemy attack will stun them. The stunned enemy has stars circling above their head, and after hitting the enemy again, you can launch it up in the air. Okay, that's what I'll do.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
And
flash the slash.
As I hit my in home, I would call my mechanic.
The deep cut.
Mechanic, have them take care of it. And long story short, fast forward to today, which is Wednesday, and my car still hasn't been finished.
Slice and dice.
Oh, so you have to press L1 to launch it.
Made the kill.
Should have broke that.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. They didn't cause too much trouble.
And so that caused, I've been putting money kind of in that junk for like the last several months.
Wonder what you could make with that.
I put 10 on there, but I put new rims on there and new stereo system, all that. So I made a decision I'm gonna get a new car about a year and a half ago. And then these issues happened, and now I put like $2,200 into the vehicle, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna get this shit fixed, and about time, maybe within the next 2 to 3 months, getting a new car. I was thinking about getting this 2021 Kia Forte GT line.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
So I'm trying to get all black junk.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Got gunmetal rims, 17-inch gunmetal rims. I want to get the all black junk because I want to black that bitch out. I love the red accents it has in the grill and on the back bumper.
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
By default, dialogues are set to advance from one NPC line to the next automatically. If you want to manually advance the dialogue, you can change this in the settings. Can't go that far. Like, for instance, me going through this, you can't even hear nothing. As big as the stuff is, only thing I'm really hearing is the ground. And they're like, it's not that much audio track for ground. Come on, dog.
Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Slim is tall. Ain't no glitter grass over this, yeah. Gotta go keep going deeper and deeper. This running reminds me of the that Western Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, I think it was called. He used to do this
too. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta pause this. I got a homeboy I'm talking to on Instagram and DMs. Hey, hold on. Let me get this one.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the pensai tree.
He's grateful for all the help you can get. Where can I find them?
Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the 12 months to come, so countless, he'd say. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Let's see if I can get some more of this shit. The fuck? So that's at least one thing I can look for. A little peacock plants is coming out the damn ground. Oh, that's just the other bush. Well, that's a quick growth.
Now that you've seen the nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances.
And,
he says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today.
So I could pay it off sooner rather than later. See, you better hurry back to the village. She only cares about wanting food.
That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one strong enough to keep the 6 Wang Fu disciples disciplined. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route.
They all call puffs.
Noko has tamed the Majut and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
How can I defeat the World Eaters?
His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majut, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the Tribe War and the situation with the World Eaters.
Rodnet. Get out of the bunker before it blows! Ah! Oh, what was that? Was that a wall? Oh, that was a wall jump. Yes, wall jump.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
As soon as I get up top, hold on. I might just wait a little longer. I'm almost at another level.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Biomutant. So this is like the official beginning of the game. For real, for real.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
So these are probably the jump off points for fast travel. Yep. So that's the tree, and it goes to different routes, creates different routes. Okay, I got you.
Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake.
Go up there. A little stutter right there.
It's a bridge. Just get over it.
I'm glad I put his narration on full blast.
They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began.
Well, I gotta press that twice. Maybe if I long press it. Nope. No.
That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see.
He's straight pissing on the post. Oh, word. That's why. I thought I heard liquid the last time I did that.
Altitude can't stop you.
Let me go back to this village.
Now that's a flesh wound. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Nothing, huh?
He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Your inner balance is two halves that complete a wholeness that flows through all things. At times, you'll be able to manifest your inner balance through deeds and dialogue choices. Few are those who always act in the same manner, and our wholeness is the sum of the choices we make and the actions we take. The balance of your actions create your aura score, which affects the dialogue with the other characters.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
What is my
He can't understand why you'd do such a thing. He won't make it out of here on his own.
Good work, clever clogs. Let me guide you into the dark.
Seriously? I always thought better of you than that.
And you were wrong. There's always more dark than light.
There's still time to turn back.
They're already heading down my road.
Bomb.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date knows you'll make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there's 2 nearby. The Jagni tribe is likely to be your primary choice, as they seek to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Jagni especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. In Jagni's case, letting the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life is part of their plan. They believe a cleansing is the only way the world can be saved. He'll be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Current and started quest is shown in the journal. Information quest as well as previous story and dialogue. Where's Jagni? Dark. Myriad. I want to be somewhat light. That makes more sense for me. Hold on, go back to the tribe. What's the name of that tribe again? Netra. Mutations.
That ain't bad.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's pretty slick. So So I might just do moth mouth. No, Bob. Use press down the input you have bound to the ability. I'm gonna do that one because the next joint I'll get is this one right here. So
you can mutate even more now.
oh, I need to do some more light shit. Cause I'm at 6. Man, I need to stop that, dog. Man, I hate when I put, you slightly touch your glasses, and it's like you put a vat of grease. But you touch your glasses and instantly, like you watching, you seeing in fucking 480p. What's over here? This section could change equipment and weapons. Circle icon represents the part of the body that can be geared. Okay.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Chugging it a little bit.
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded.
Getting there.
Wow! You don't have the key energy for that. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. Figures the Sifu would be interested in seeing you.
Alright, as soon as I get to meet these folks, as soon as this little mission part, not mission, but this little scene is over, shutting this junk down. It's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna eat some damn ice cream. Finish watching the Upshaws.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here.
I am the Ronin.
There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. Says there has to be some dark so that light can prove its purity above it, and promises this will happen if you help them unite the tribes, defeat the World Eaters, and save the Tree of Life.
Wolverine of the damn clan.
He could only hope for you to do that, and is thankful you know what's right. That's a sign of strength. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The Myriad were placed here to fulfill a certain purpose, chosen to unite the tribes and take control of their destiny. The tribes need a firm hand guiding them into the future.
Okay. I wonder if I could change tribes.
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. They might bring them war, but they'll never take away their inner peace. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you... And that will never happen. Even though you don't share their values, they hope you'll lead with mercy. The outcome of this war is up to you.
I won't leave with mercy. I'm a Ronin. I got 2 blades and a gun.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help. Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that'll make you remember.
Okay, let me look at this real quick. Alright, I just need to... Alright. Ladies and gents that are not even in this damn room, let me see. Yep, 0 watching, your hoes. But come back whenever. Or watch this damn video. Let's save this game, empty slot. Okay, let me back up out of here. Oh. Quit this. Alright, but thank y'all. Again, watch me every other week on Backlog, and then random times playing newer games that haven't quite yet made it to my backlog. What constitutes meeting the criteria of getting into my backlog? It's a new game that I haven't played yet. I got a bunch of them, especially for Switch. I wish I had I still got Monster Hunter Rise, Outer Worlds, what is this? Super Mario All-Stars, but I'm not opening that. Super Mario 3D World. I got like a gang of these jumps up here that haven't even been taken out the wrapper. But alright, y'all. Bye. Biomutant.